Defend and depose were found on the bullet casings linked to the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month in New York. Some of those same words were found written on sidewalks near the Blue Cross Blue Shield building right here in Omaha. First Alert 6 reporter John Chapman tells us who the graffiti was written for and how authorities are handling this case.
42-year-old Breonna Boston in a Florida courtroom, charged with threats to conduct a mass shooting or an act of terrorism, allegedly after her recent medical claim was denied by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Boston is accused of saying, "Delay, denied, depose. You people are next." Graffiti written in defense of Boston on sidewalks around the offices of Blue Cross Blue Shield here in Omaha has gotten the attention of local law enforcement.
Our collective partners in law enforcement are always going to want to be aware of situations like this. It's a highly pressurized environment right now after the brutal murder of the United Healthcare CEO. But there still is that line between First Amendment, free speech, and criminal activity and criminal speech.
Douglas County Sheriff Aaron Hansen says First Amendment activity can quickly transition into criminal activity if someone does not know that line and has ill intentions. But Sheriff Hansen says in this case they know and are familiar with the person they think wrote these words.
In this case, this individual is a known provocateur in the city of Omaha. They want to elicit an emotional response from the individuals that they focus their chalk graffiti on. And that's why I, for one, reached out to the leadership team in that area to let them know, hey, we're here for you. It's on our radar screen. Nothing to be concerned about at this point.
The rainy weather will wash the chalk graffiti away, but law enforcement in the metro will take any perceived threat seriously.
We also want our business community to know that just like any citizen in Douglas County, our collective law enforcement partners are here to keep you safe, and we're going to investigate every single potential situation in which you feel threatened.
In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Across the country, law enforcement are concerned the killing of Thompson could spark copycats. This, a social media reaction to the death, has been polarizing. Some are calling the alleged killer, Luigi Mangione, a hero. Others say he's a cold-blooded killer.